So this shed we built last year. Originally, that little shed over there was over here, and we didn't think it was quite big enough, so we shipped that one down there, and then we built this one. I mean, I don't think I have any videos. I think I wasn't really interested in filming at the time, but I thought I may as well. So I think I'll put some photos up of how we built it. You know, the stages that we did. I think I've got some of them. And then here we're going to build a greenhouse out of timber. But because they cost that much, doing a cheaper way, we're going to build it out of 4x4 timber posts that are treated, and then build a frame, and then we're going to wrap it in a scaffold wrap, which is a hell of a lot cheaper than the twin wall plastic stuff, which is really expensive now. And then the glass. By the way, that used to be our greenhouse, but then we gave it to our neighbour, which he was very grateful for. But it just wasn't quite big enough for us. We just didn't feel like we had enough growing space. So we've pretty much doubled the size of ours. But going back to the greenhouse, we're gonna build it out of timber and then clad it in a way out of this scaffold wrap, but make it look good. I know it sounds a bit rubbish, but I think when it's done it'll look good and it'll be cheap and affordable, which is what we're trying to achieve, and effective as well. These are all the slabs that we've moved. Heavy buggers. So we're going to take them all up, all there, and reset them, just so it looks a bit more uniform, a bit neater. Just so I get it all tidied up and whatnot. There's sleepers that we're going to use, that Cal's going to use for his little hotbed project, or little mini greenhouse that he's going to do. There are his beds that he's putting all up here. Put all them up there. He's planted some cherry trees as well, which are this big. Be good to see how they grow in the coming years, because I do know they grow pretty quick. These are my onions that I've put in. There's brown onions, white onions and red onions. I mean, it's been pretty cold recently, so I don't know if one's been plucked out by a bird. It's too hard to get into the ground now, so I'll leave that on there till it thaws out a bit. But yeah, I don't know if it says you can plant them over winter, but I mean, I looked at the smaller ones and they just look completely frozen. Here's the garlic running down here. I think I did about 40. But I do know that they need a good frost for them to develop the bulbs. So it'll be interesting to see how they go. They seem to be doing fine. I did grow some last year, but I didn't realise that you can overwater garlic, and I think they started rotting around the necks. So we lost about half of them, so we only ended up with like 20. But even so, they're still good, still nice. So yeah, see how these going. thing that you tend to inherit with an allotment is you seem to get plenty of broken paving slabs, and you're just forever moving broken paving slabs about. Sometimes they're coming useful, but most of the time they're just a pain in the neck, let's say. So these, let's get some of these ways we'll put in, but I mean, although they look, sorry, I can see, although they look pretty green and we've had a bit of a bad frost, like, they just look shriveled and hollow. I mean, that one doesn't look very good at all, so I'm not entirely sure these are going to do well or if they're fine. I haven't a clue, so I'll just keep an eye on them. I mean, it'd be a shame if they die off with this cold weather, I'm not sure, but some seem to be doing well and then the others just seem to be just completely shriveled. I'm not sure, I'll keep an eye on them. So what I've done is just had to tidy up all these brambles that were coming over from the roadside, and they were sort of growing into a compost bin that seems to be doing okay. I'm not entirely sure, but what were happening is that they were coming over and then they were taking root. So we hadn't have sorted it out now, I think it would have been a big problem, you know, going into spring, summer, you know, when it really takes hold, because they're not easy to get rid of. So I started just clearing up this compost bin, got the brambles out, and I just started digging it over just to see what were going on with it. And although it's not hot anymore, there's no heat in it as such. I mean, I can't really tell because I've got my gloves on, but it doesn't really seem hot. But there is like tons of worms and bugs in here, so it is degrading down. I mean, it was up here when we filled it up originally, but I think we need to look at maybe putting a third section in this compost bin, because I think the bins are actually too big for what we're actually producing. We're not really filling them. And we also took a load of garden waste from a friend of ours, so, you know, to top them up. But like, just from this plot really, we don't really create enough waste to fill these two big bins. So I'm thinking if we put a middle section there, and then we can do like a 3-tier system, you know, so like early, middle, and then finish, or something like that. And then obviously we'll have to put something at the back just to keep them brambles out, and hopefully they won't grow and root up from underneath, which might be a problem. So next year we might have to dig it all out and then maybe put some slabs down at the bottom. But it's just going to be an ongoing project, so I'll keep you posted on that one.